Yes, it's Caterpillar time again, and there's no prizes for guessing the model number of this Diecast Masters offering. As usual for their Highline series, the packaging is of a very high quality. Getting the contents out from the shipping container, there's a nylon bag, and if we slip that open, we can pull out the very nice tin that's inside. So we know it's a Caterpillar, and this one is the D9T track type tractor. It's nice to appreciate the high quality tin, and there's information about the real D9T. So the tin is almost good enough on its own, but let's take the lid off and see what's inside. And as usual, there's a mini catalogue of the Diecast Masters product range. Next, we just need to remove the top piece of foam. And on this particular tin, that was a real struggle, and that's mainly because it was a very tight fit. But we're not going to be beaten by a piece of foam. And if we look inside, the D9T is enjoying its first glimpse of daylight. Be careful how you lift it out because you don't want to bend the handrails. But once you've got it out, there's no assembly to do because this model is complete. Pardon me. Out of the box. Looking underneath, there is some detail under the blade and also under the body where the transverse beams join the track frames. The frames don't have working rollers and the paint's applied quite thickly, but the metal tracks look good and they have bolt head details. Inside the cab is our usual friend, the Diecast Masters operator, and some of the details outside are quite nice, including the work lights. The ripper assembly looks busy and detailed with plenty of hydraulic lines. But the method of connecting the hoses is not so good and it doesn't look realistic. At the front there's a decent looking plastic grille and there's a nice sharp cat logo. And the grills on the side of the engine housing look good, although they are only formed of graphics. The blade is heavy with wear plate details along the bottom edge, but it's a pity that the top edge grille is solid rather than see-through. One thing that is pleasing is the black metal handrails. But some of the other parts are plastic, including the grab rail on the track frame. Time to get the big cat out onto the test track, and the crawler tracks won't bite on a very smooth surface, but in fact they roll very easily by hand. They are tensioned with a spring-loaded idler, and let's bring in some rough terrain and see how the tracks work. And the answer is, if they can bite, they roll very well indeed. This machine is all about pushing and ripping, so let's have a look first at the blade at the front. And the range of movement is very good because it goes to a good height. And the tilting mechanism is also very good because it's got a decent range of movement. So this model is good if you want to push things around. And let's just make sure we can get the blade properly levelled and grounded. Okay, the operator's a little bit inexperienced, but with a bit of effort, he does get the blade down flat. At the back we've got a single shank ripper and it raises to a good height, and you can also tilt it with a bit of an angle. The depth that the ripper can go down to though is probably a little bit shallow, but it is enough to rip through your desktop. It's time for a quick genuine imitation real life test, and here we're going to test the ability of the D9T to push its weight around. And as you can see, it makes easy work of pushing around those heavy cork rocks. This is a nice model of the Caterpillar D9T from Diecast Masters. There is some very nice detailing and also most of the functionality works well too. And perhaps the best aspect is that the model actually looks very good. So if you want a heavy Caterpillar dozer, this one is very good.